on the beautiful campus of Rochester Christian University and inside of Garth Pleasant Arena. This is Warriors basketball on the Rochester Christian Sports Network. Stephen McDonald here saying hello everyone and welcome to our broadcast as the Rochester Christian Warriors host the Siena Heights Saints. Rochester Christian comes in 10-4 on the season, 5-3 is their conference mark. Siena Heights 4-9 overall, just 1-7 in WAC play. Get to the starting lineups for both these teams, starting with the visiting Saints. It'll be Nick Sobush, Jonas Tester, and Joshua Wilson, the guards. Jack Olis and Danilo Rajlik up front. And on the other side for the Warriors, Darnell Turner Jr., Lyndon Holder, Tyler Allen, the guards, Tamias Williams on the wing, and James Fisher will jump it up here in just a moment. Taking a look at the Saints. Couple players averaging double figures scoring, including Jonas Tester, Joshua Wilson, Jack Olis, all in double figures per game scoring. On the other side, Darnell Turner Jr., over his last four, has been fantastic. 18 points per game in that stretch, shooting almost 70% from the floor and 87% at the free throw line. Also grabbing nearly 4 rebounds per contest as well. And in that 4-game stretch, Rochester Christian 3-1 in those contests. The lone loss was a 2-point loss in overtime to Defiance. So we'll see what kind of performance he puts up here tonight. And we'll send it down to the floor now to public address announcer Mark Stowers.
We ask that all players and fans do their part by showing respect to every spectator, athlete, coach, and official involved in tonight's game. And now, let's meet our starters. First, for the Saints, number 1, Nick Silva. Number 2, Jonas Tester. Number 10, Joshua Wilson. Number 23, Jack Hollis. And number 30, Danilo Rajlik. Your head coach, Joe Pickup. Your assistants, Greg Beck and Landon Bowman.
Well, there you have it from public address announcer Mark Stowers here inside of Garth Pleasant Arena. Stephen McDonald here with you on the Rochester Christian Sports Network. Just about set to jump it up between the Warriors and the Saints. It'll be James Fisher, as always, to take it for the Warriors. It'll be Jack Olis to take it for the Saints. Olis, 12 points, 7 rebounds per game so far this year. Tip is up. We're underway. Warriors control. Turner Jr. with it. This way for Tobias Williams. He'll eye a three. Halfway down off glass, and it pops out for him. Send it outside straight away. Turning on Williams, firing and filling. Jack Olis gets the scoring started. Olis 10 points, 9 rebounds earlier on this year against Adrian. Had 22 and 8 rebounds in a game against Michigan Dearborn. Ball comes loose on the floor. Saints come up with it into the hands of Sobush on the run and lays it in. Sobush, a freshman from Wyandotte, attended Gabriel Richard High School. Another takeaway for the Saints. Rising and missing was Tester. Tapped away by the Warriors into the hands of Lyndon Holder. Tester playing in career game number 97 tonight. Starting career game number 92. Tobias Williams gets one to go for the Warriors, assist to Lyndon Holder. Then Holder comes in, steals the ball off the floor. Williams, 19 points per game on the year, shooting at 53% from the floor. Holder got the assist there. He averages 5 of those per game. Fisher lost it on the way up. Can never forget the game against St. Francis in one of the first games of the year. Lyndon Holder, 15 assists in that one, and then followed it up the next day with 18 points against Rio Grande. Ten to shoot, knock it down for Jonas Tester. Spiraling Williams, lay it up, lay it in. This time did it himself. He's got all 4 of the Warriors' early points, not even 3 minutes in. Tester picks up the dribble, lofts it for Rajlik, and that's rejected at the rim by Fisher. Allen crosses over and fills it. Tyler Allen cashes in on the rejection at the other end by James Fisher. He'll pick up Joshua Wilson here on ball. So a bit of a mismatch down low. Raylick was lined up on Darnell Turner Jr. as the 3 splashes home. Outside, Holder thought about the 3. Now he'll pull the trigger. Rebound tapped by Fisher. Wilson on the run. Finds the cutting Olis. Whistle and a foul on the lay-in. Lay-up, rather, I should say. Olis to the free throw line. Season high 22 points against Cleary earlier this year. Olis already with 6 points here early. His team the 4-point edge. Warriors call time. It's just a 30-second timeout, so we'll stay here inside of Garth Pleasant Arena. Warriors 3 early turnovers in this one. They're 3 of 6 from the floor. 4 points off of turnovers for the Saints. And that currently stands as the difference on the scoreboard. Olis with 6. He'll have 1 more coming at the line. Sobush and Tester each have 2 points apiece. Free throw, knock it down. out of the 30-second timeout called by Coach Pleasant. Williams steps back at the free throw line. Misses on this time. Olis has it at the logo, 15 to shoot. Driving Sobush, leans back, lets it go, runs it around the rim and down. Holder has it working on Sobush. He'll drive, float, and miss short. Rebound finds its way to Olis. 2-on-1 the other way. Olis lays it up and lays it in. That's 9 already from him. Has not missed so far tonight. 3 of 3 from the floor, 1 of those from beyond the arc, and hit both of his free throws. We're 5 minutes in, and it's a 9-point lead for the Saints, and another turnover by Rochester Christian, their 4th. Coach Pleasant will go to his bench as Mason Parker sits down at the scorer's table. Olis for 3, that's well off the mark for his first miss. Looks like Ashton Gould as well over there with Parker, and they'll both check in. That'll send us to our first media timeout. 14:35 to go in the first half. It's the Saints 15, the Warriors 6 on the Rochester Christian Sports Network. Jack Olis has been tough to solve here in the first couple minutes, has 9 points, 3 rebounds to lead the Saints. Tomias Williams has 4 of the Warriors' 6 points so far, adding 2 rebounds as well. Williams has had a stellar season so far, 19 points per game, almost 9 rebounds per, 4 assists as well per contest, 2.5 steals per game, and north of 1.5 blocks per game as well. Has absolutely filled the stat sheet every night so far this season. The Warriors looking for some answers here early, looking for it with Lyndon Holder, and he gets the lay-in out of the media timeout. James Fisher, another Warrior, putting together a really good season so far. Almost 14 points per game and 6.5 rebounds per contest as well. Fisher not out there right now. Warriors going with a smaller look to the lineup to counter what Siena Heights is going with. Williams wanted to back his way in, now turns baseline, and a whistle and a foul on the floor. First foul goes on Jonas Tester. Floated into Williams, quick touch off the heel. Joshua Wilson into the front court, 10.6 points per game, He's had 4 games this year north of 15 or better. Floated up no for Tester. Offensive rebound for Raylick doesn't go either. Holder steps into it in transition. Bang! First 3 of the night for Rochester Christian. 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far. Second try for Lyndon Holder. Tobias Williams launched one earlier this half as well. And going back to last game, just a couple days ago on January 3rd, Tobias Williams 2 of 4 from beyond the arc in that game against Cleary. A big 96-77 win for the Warriors that day. Turner Jr. stops in the lane and got bumped and fouled. Josiah Rainey picks up the foul, his first, team's second. Rainey's second season with the Saints after transferring from Lake Michigan Community College. Turner Jr. lays it up, lays it in, and just like that, the Saints lead is down to just 2 after it was 9 just about 3 minutes ago. Here's Sobush, has started every game so far of his freshman season. 3 from straight out is pure. George Kalatsis knocks it down. Give the assist to Sobush there. Sobush will pick up the foul at the other end. Mentioned Sobush has started every game this year for the Saints. Comes in averaging 28 minutes per contest. 8 points per game. Free throw good by Holder. Joshua Wilson comes back in for the Saints. James Fisher back in for the Warriors. Tobias Williams will check out. One more at the line for Holder. Holder 12 points, call it 5 assists per game so far this year. In the game against Indiana Tech, right about a month ago now, as the shot does not go, and a whistle before the shot, offensive foul by the Saints. Holder put up 23.6 rebounds, had just 1 assist that night and 2 steals. It was just the 3rd time this year that Holder didn't get 3 or more assists in a game. Turner Jr. for 2, does not fall, would have tied the game at 17. 11:45 to go first half. Whistling a foul on the Warriors. Turner Jr. picks up the foul for the hold, his first, team second. Rainey gave it up to Sobush. 3 to shoot for Sobush. He'll fire and fill it. Confident take for the freshman guard with about 2 to shoot. Gould turns inside, hooks and hits. And that's a strong take for the sophomore. School not necessarily going to fill it up on the stat sheet, but does give the Warriors solid minutes. 15th game on the year for him, comes in just about 10 minutes per game as Fisher cleans it up. And we're tied at 19. Good response by the Warriors. It was at one point 16-5 Saints. We're now tied at 19, and Rochester Christian has a chance to take the lead. Reset it at the logo after the initial push in transition. And it's a Parker with 10 to shoot. Over to Holder, launches the three, comes up well short after Sobush trying to catch up to him in pursuit. Got tripped up on his own feet, so Holder had the open look, just didn't get enough on it. Rainey, this way for Sobush, for three, rattles off. Rainey was battling in there for the offensive rebound. Warriors come up with it though. Ahead to Parker, back outside Holder for three. Rattles out on him. Couple misses from beyond the arc in consecutive possessions for Lyndon Holder. Floater at the other end goes, getting knocked down for his efforts was Joshua Wilson. Wilson, season high of 24 against Michigan Dearborn. Scored 19 against Kuiper and had 17 two times against Adrian and Cleary. The basket there for him was his first of the night. 2 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist. And slow to get up at the end of that play was Nick Sobush. Able to make his way over to the sideline. George Kolatzis picks up his second foul, team's fifth. That'll send us to the under 12 media timeout, 9:15 to go in the half. It's the Saints by 2 on the Rochester Christian Sports Network. Saints lead it by a bucket, 21-19, 9:15 to go in the first half. Jack Olis came out firing to begin, had 9 points very quickly in this one. He's also added 4 rebounds to his stat sheet. Nick Sobush, 6 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist on 3 of 4 shooting. On the other side, Lyndon Holder, 7 points, 1 assist. Tobias Williams, 4 points, 4 rebounds. First free throw up and through for Turner Jr. out of the media timeout. The foul before the timeout was on Kolatzis, his second, team's fifth. Second one is up and needed some help from the rim, but he got it. Here's Tester. Tester in this game a season ago, 6 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, playing 26 minutes against the Warriors last year. Foul's going to go on Lucas Brannon, his first, team's third. He's out there with Fisher, Turner Jr., Allen, and Williams. Tester stops at the elbow, launches and misses. Rebound to Williams. That'll be his 5th board already. Tobias Williams has put up some ridiculous stat lines all season long. Feeds it inside to Fisher, who gets fouled. Tobias Williams, 7 regular season games so far with 20 or more points, including 30 against St. Francis. Had 21 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 steals against Cleary. Fisher knocks down the free throw. Williams has secured 6 double-doubles already this season. Could be on his way to a 7th, has 4 points, 5 boards already. Second free throw by Fisher is through. Warriors lead by 2, 8.5 to go in the half. Fisher's been solid, though, as touched on earlier, in his own right, has 10 points or better in 6 of the last 7 games, including 17 and 10 rebounds against Lourdes, and had a season-high 25 in the loss to Defiance. 5 to shoot for the Saints. Sobush in some trouble over there, able to get out of it, but it'll be a turnover by Siena Heights late in the shot clock. Quick spell for Lyndon Holder. He goes back to the scorer's table, ready to go. Fisher is going to get fouled in deep again and go back to the free throw line where he just was. Rajlik picks up the foul here. His first, team 7th. Warriors now in the bonus as Fisher knocks home the first free throw. Second one is pure as well. So just like that, 4 free throws at the line for James Fisher gives his team the 4-point lead. 7:50 to go in the first half. It's the Warriors 25, the Saints 21 on the Rochester Christian Sports Network. Rochester Christian cashing in on their free throw opportunities. They're 8 of 8 at the free throw line so far tonight. James Fisher has knocked down 4 consecutive. Lyndon Holder has a couple. Darnell Turner Jr. has a couple as well. In fact, those are your leading scorers so far for the Warriors. Holder 7, Fisher 6, Turner Jr. with 4. Inside it goes. Reach in and a foul as Rajlik tried to go in for 2. Williams will pick up his first, team's 4th. Bounce it in from the baseline, knocked away on the inbound feed by Joshua Wilson. Ashton Gould comes in for Tyler Allen. Floated into Jack Olis, still sitting on those 9 points he had in the first couple minutes. They'll bounce it his way here. 8 to shoot. Get it over to Wilson. Leans back on James Fisher. Not an easy thing to do late in the shot clock as he misses off glass. Williams gonna float it all the way across court, up and over the head of Lyndon Holder. Send it this way, looking for Sobush. Turns, sends it back outside Rainey. A season ago against the Warriors, it was a game to forget for Josiah Rainey. Just 1 point in 20 minutes of action in the game on January 18th of a season ago. Hoping for a better result here tonight. 6:15 to go in the first half. It's the Warriors by 2. After the lay-in by Rajlik. Turning and missing was Tomias Williams at the other end. Saints can tie or take the lead on this possession. Had a 9-point edge here early. Warriors have done a nice job of rebounding after the slow start. Had 4 turnovers in the first couple minutes. They've had 1 since then, as that clangs off the rim. Rebound to Fisher. Lay it up, lay it in at the other end for Darnell Turner Jr. Fisher's 4th rebound leads to points number 5 and 6 for Turner Jr. Lay it up, lay it in, counted on a foul underneath. They got Ashton Gould for the foul. That'll be his first, team's 5th. Shooting 1 is Joshua Wilson. First time at the line tonight for Wilson. 2 of 5 from the floor. Couple rebounds, 1 assist for him as well. Two for 2 at the line so far are the Saints. Warriors 8 of 8 at the stripe. Wilson's and 1 rattles home, and it's back to a 1-point game. Tomias Williams gallops in, leaves it for Ashton Gould. He'll turn to the baseline, has it ripped away, no call. Tomias Williams was there, puts it up, no. Got knocked down and fouled. Foul goes on Kalatsis. That'll be his 3rd. Warriors were in the bonus. And head coach for the Saints, Joe Pacoda, was furious with that last call. Believe our public address announcer, Mark Stowers, just announced that a technical foul has been issued to Coach Pacoda. Free throw good by Lyndon Holder. Second one up and through as well. Saw a technical issued in our earlier contest between the Warriors and Saints women's teams. Saints picked up the tech in that game as well. J.C. Summers, if memory serves, knocked down 3 of her 4 free throw attempts in that sequence as Tomias Williams gets his shot at it and knocks down the first. So these free throws by Williams coming off the Kalatsis foul, his 3rd. Perfect at the line still are the Warriors tonight. And looks like looking over across the way, Coach Pacoda had a laugh with the official over there, so looks like all in good nature once again after getting teed up there. Turning, leaning back, and airmailing it was Jack Olis. Ashton Gould wants a three. Tobias Williams there on the putback, yes. Inside of 4.5 to go in the half, 33-26 our score. That'll be an offensive foul on the Saints. The foul goes on Sobush. Didn't look like he agreed with the call. All Coach Pacoda could do after the technical was simply walk the other direction. That sends us to the media timeout. 4:15 to go in the half. It's the Warriors 33, the Saints 26 on your home for Warriors basketball. Pretty balanced scoring attack on both sides. Warriors being led by Lyndon Holder with 9, Tobias Williams with 8 and 6 rebounds. Could mess around and get a first half double-double with 4:15 to go in the half. Darnell Turner Jr., 6 points. James Fisher has 6 and 4 rebounds. On the other side for the Saints, Olis still with those 9 points and 4 rebounds. Sobush has 6. Joshua Wilson has 5, plus 2 rebounds and 1 assist. But it's the Warriors up by 7 with the basketball. Fisher screens for Holder. Now off to Williams down the lane, misses. Rebound to Olis, his 5th. See if the Saints can get Jack Olis going once again on the offensive end of things. 3 from the corner, rattles out for Sobush. Turner Jr. off to Mason Parker for 3, and that one's through. For Mason Parker, a couple of games ago, it was that overtime loss to Defiance. Had 15 points in 20 minutes played, went 4 of 5 from the floor, 3 of 4 from beyond the arc, and 4 of 5 from the free throw line. Probably his best game to date of his freshman season. His 3 gives the Warriors a 10-point lead. Get it inside Fisher, quick touch, moves it to Tyler Allen, and he stepped out of bounds with it as he put his foot back. .58 until halftime. Warriors come in 10-4 on the season. Saints 4-9 overall. Rochester Christian, as always, tough to beat at home. 7-2 at Garth Pleasant Arena so far this season. Put it up and in after he got his own miss for Rajlik. Float it to Fisher. Through traffic, slams it down. Driving, laying it up, no, for Joshua Wilson. Quickly up ahead, Turner Jr. goes in and draws the blocking foul. Clock stops with 2:06 to go. That'll be the third on Rajlik. Rajlik has played in all but 2 games so far this season. First one's up and short by Turner Jr. First miss at the free throw line tonight for the Warriors. Started out 12 of 12. Second one for him is up and through. Turner Jr., 7 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist here in the first half. Turning the corner on the baseline, lay it up, lay it in, counted on a foul for George Kalatzis. That'll be the first on Fisher. Kalatzis will go to the line for one more. It's up and off. Tomias Williams gets to it. Turner Jr. trying to get downhill to the rim. Throws it up at the rim but missed. For the Saints, it's Sobush, Tester, Wilson, Olis, and Kalatzis. Turner Jr., Williams, Holder, Allen, Fisher, the 5 for the Warriors. Wilson gets the 2. Williams misses at the other end. Saints get the basketball back. 65 seconds to go and lay it up and in for Jack Olis. And just like that, it's down to a 5-point game. Coach Pacoda calling for one stop. Nearly had it there, but a whistle and a foul called as Fisher went up strong with it. Just the first on Olis. That'll put Fisher at the line. First one's up and through. Warriors have been so good at the line this half. Just one miss. They're 14 of 15 as a team. Fisher's 5 of 5. Second one from him is up and through as well. Make it 6 of 6 for him at the free throw line. 2 of 2 from the floor. He's now in double figures with 10 plus 4 rebounds. .40 seconds to go in the first half. 15 on the possession for Siena Heights. Tester crosses over, gets to the free throw line, misses on the shot, rebound Gould. Shot clock is off, and the Warriors can hold for the final shot. Coach Pleasant makes sure that Lyndon Holder knows that, so he'll hang out with it at the logo. Five seconds to go in the half. He'll pull up into a long three. Off the heel. And that full court heave deflects off the underside of the scoreboard above Garth Pleasant Arena, and that is how our first half will end. The Warriors take the 41-34 lead into the half. We'll step aside, come back with some stats from that first half of action. It's the Warriors and the Saints on the Rochester Christian Sports Network. Welcome back on the Rochester Christian Sports Network. Stephen McDonald here with you at halftime between the Warriors and the Saints. It's the Warriors up 41-34 at the half. After they trailed here in the first couple minutes, it was 16-5 early. Warriors had 4 early turnovers. They finished the half, though, with 6 overall, so did much better the last 15 minutes or so of that first half of play. As we take a deeper look at that first 20 minutes, Warriors shot at 41% to the Saints 47% from the floor. Neither side shot it at a high percentage from three-point range, but the Warriors do shoot it 15 of 16 at the free throw line in that first half. They also have a +4 rebound advantage. They were led in that first half by James Fisher, 10 points, 4 rebounds. Lyndon Holder finishes the half with 9 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist. Jack Olis on the other side, 11 points, 6 rebounds. Joshua Wilson, 7 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist. And it's the Warriors up 41-34 at the break. We'll step aside at the half on the Rochester Christian Sports Network.
It all began in 1937 on this very basketball court in Kansas City. A vision to start something different, something better. A college athletics association where competition wasn't just about the scoreboard, but about character, growth, and rising together. From that first tip-off, the NAIA has grown in size and in spirit, in the way we play, the way we lead, the way we make athletics greater than a game, and all strive to do more and be more. At the NAIA, we take the student and student athlete seriously and focus on the whole person, because individual growth doesn't stop at the final buzzer. Our character-driven athletics empower student athletes to succeed in competition, in class, and in life.
I'm not just preparing for the next game. I'm preparing for what's next.
For NAIA member institutions, small doesn't mean limited. It means limitless. Our schools aren't simply the sum of their teams. They're whole communities that are founded on opportunity, strengthened by tradition, and powered by passion.
Here, we build athletic programs that build lives and legacies.
Through our 29 sports, 21 conferences, 250 member institutions, and 83,000 student athletes, the NAIA fosters a culture of competition and connection in an unstoppable intercollegiate movement where athletics push to new heights and integrity keeps us grounded.
We don't measure success in W's alone. Our greatest victory is the community we create for the student-athlete experience.
Across the NAIA, we play for the love of the game, finding strength in our teammates and gaining inspiration from our challengers.
We know excellence doesn't happen by chance. That's why we built our own playbook for success. From our common sense regulations to our innovative tools like Return on Athletics to our commitment to character development, we help schools not just compete, but thrive.
Our investment goes beyond athletics. We're investing in the future of our student athletes and our schools.
We are bigger than a game, than a record, than a championship. We are the next generation of athletes, leaders, and game changers. It's why we choose the NAIA.
This is college athletics the way it was meant to be. This is the right way to play.
Welcome back on the Rochester Christian Sports Network. Stephen McDonald here with you. Second half is underway. Warriors lead at 41-34. Laying it up and missing was Olis. Foul goes on Fisher, his second. Saints miss on their second possession of the second half. After Olis missed on the first, Fisher gets it here, backs his way into the middle, hooks it up and hits. Warriors with a win tonight would go to 6-3 in conference play. 11-4 would be their record overall. Saints on the other side searching for their second win of the conference schedule, come into tonight 1-7 in WAC play, 4-9 their overall record. Swing it back to Tyler Allen. He'll fire for three. Got the three. Give the assist to Lyndon Holder. Haven't called Allen's name a ton tonight. Quietly has 5 points and 3 rebounds after that three a moment ago. The assist for Holder there, his second of the night, to go along with 9 points, 1 rebound. Wilson out of control as he got to the free throw line, put up the shot, went down, no call at the other end. Turner Jr. actually missed and then caught the ricochet from his backside on the baseline, actually looked down to make sure that he wasn't laying out of bounds with it, and then didn't hear a whistle, so we play on, and the Warriors cash in for 2. Kind of a funny sequence, as again, Turner Jr. kind of looked down to make sure he wasn't laying down out of bounds with it. Tomias Williams capped it off with the lay-in, give the assist to Holder. So Tomias Williams, 10 points, 7 rebounds, 1 assist. Holder, 9 points, 3 assists, 1 rebound. And Turner Jr. not going to get a stat on that play, but gotta love the awareness as that ricochet off his miss found its way back to him there. Take a look at the upcoming schedule while we have a moment for Rochester Christian. They'll be back here on Saturday at 3 o'clock Eastern taking on Madonna. The women's game will be a 1 o'clock start that day. Then they'll go out on the road for 2 next week on Wednesday the 14th at Lawrence Tech, and Saturday the 17th at Northwestern Ohio. They'll come back on the 21st to take on Defiance, their second shot at Defiance this season. Float it far side to Wilson. He'll get a screen from Rajlik. 12 to shoot. This way for Sobush goes baseline, got cut off by Lyndon Holder. 3 on the way, spins out, rebound Tomias Williams. That'll be the 8th board for Williams. Lay it up for Fisher. Counted and a foul. Olis will pick up the foul. For Olis, that's his second. For Fisher, he's up to 14 points plus 6 rebounds, and he'll go back to the line where he's 6 of 6 tonight. And unfortunately, the broadcaster's jinx comes into play, misses on the and one. But the Warriors shooting at 15 of 17 at the free throw line tonight. Turner Jr. missed one back in the first half, and then Fisher misses there. Sobush kicks it to the corner, 3 is up and off the top of the backboard as it goes back to Jonas Tester, and he lays it in. (50-36) Warriors, already 3.5 minutes into our second half. Williams hands it to Holder, goes far corner to Tyler Allen. He'll duck in on Tester and score. Say it time and time again tonight, this has been a well-balanced attack offensively for the Warriors. Fisher with 14, Williams 10, Holder with 9, Turner Jr. and Allen with 7 apiece. As Turner Jr. is going to pick up his second foul here, second team foul of the half. He'll sit down. Mason Parker comes in and immediately steals the basketball away. And then a reach in and a foul by Joshua Wilson. That'll be his first, team second. Actually ran into Mason's brother Brody over in the far right corner during halftime. He's over there in attendance with fellow former Warrior and current Golden Grizzly Brett White. Holder picks up the dribble, finds Tomias Williams, and that's going to be an offensive foul on James Fisher. Believe that's his third. And that's such a cool thing, too, going back to Brett White, considering he still currently plays, of course, with Division I Oakland, but has still on more than one occasion this season found his way back to Garth Pleasant Arena, where he spent the previous couple seasons for Coach Pleasant. Go inside looking for Kolotzis, lay it up, no, but a whistle and a foul down low. Looks like Mason Parker down there. Kolotzis to the free throw line. One other trip to the line tonight. Missed on that attempt. First one on this trip to the line is good. Kolotzis 5 points and 3 rebounds tonight, and make it 6 points with the second free throw. Kolotzis comes in 11.5 points per game on the season. A year ago in this matchup for Kolotzis, 4 points on 2 of 10 shooting across 21 minutes played, so slightly better outing for him so far tonight. He's knocked down the only 2 field goals he's attempted today, and 2 of 3 at the free throw line. In deep with it was Tester, dropped it off inside to Olis for 2. Parker's pass deflected away by Sobush. For Olis on that lay-in, 13 points now to go along with 6 rebounds, 5 of 10 from the floor. That'll send us to a timeout on the floor. 14:56 to go. It's the Warriors 52 and the Saints 40 on the Rochester Christian Sports Network. Rochester Christian leads by 12, 14:56 to go in the basketball game. Rochester Christian looking for the Wednesday night sweep of the Saints. The women's team earlier this evening, 61-50 winners over Siena Heights. Ashley Loon finished with a team high 15. Kendall Zeider had 10 rebounds in the winning effort. Rochester women go to 9-6 on the year, 8-1 in conference play. Warrior men in good standing so far in this one, looking to go to 11-4 on the season, would go to 6-3 in conference play with a win here tonight. Olis picks up his third. Fisher with it. Outside to Ashton Gould. Hands off for Lyndon Holder, who bobbled it. Still 15, though, on the possession. He'll drive in, pivots back, and scores. Good job by Holder on that possession after the bobble. Was able to recollect. Got his head down, got to the rim, and then laid it up and in. Send it outside, looking for Sobush for three. Just a little too much on it that time. Walk the baseline and turn it over. Outside for three, and that's through for Darnell Turner Jr. In tight, inside it goes. Floater does not fall for Jonas Tester. And we are experiencing some technical difficulties once again with our camera here inside of Garth Pleasant Arena. So we'll work to get that resolved as quickly as possible. 12:20 to go in regulation. That shot disrupted by James Fisher. Holder comes away with it for the Warriors. Gould with some separation fires for three. That's offline and out of play. Clock stops, 12:02 to go. Couple subs in for the Warriors, including Lucas Brannon. That'll be the second foul on Lucas Brannon, his second, team's fifth. Driving, stopping at the elbow, missing was Wilson. Saints able to control, get it back to the logo. Sobush, a long three, that rattles out. Another offensive rebound. This one doesn't fall either for Kolotzis. Warriors able to come away with it 2-on-2 the other way. Turner Jr. gallops in, has it rejected. Gould finds it on the floor, he misses. And then finally capped off, Turner Jr. sticks with it and gets the two, 59-40, 11:09 to go. And that sends us to a timeout on the floor. We'll step aside on the Rochester Christian Sports Network. Out of the timeout, 11 minutes to go in regulation. It's the Warriors by 19. Still working on the technical issue here inside of Garth Pleasant Arena. Get it off to Sobush. Got the shot away, missed. Warriors trying to break out with it with Lyndon Holder. Lucas Brannon bobbled it on the floor. Able to settle things down still with 15 to shoot. Foul is the fourth on George Kolotzis. That'll be the team's fourth, 10:01 to go. Looks like we're back up and running. Turner Jr. at the free throw line knocks down the first. Second free throw is up and short for him. 13 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 4 of 10 shooting tonight for Darnell Turner Jr. Kolotzis drives on Tomias Williams after picking up his fourth foul a moment ago. That'll be the third on Tomias Williams. That'll send us to the media timeout. With 9:46 to go, it's the Warriors 60, the Saints 42 on the Rochester Christian Sports Network. Rochester Christian led at the break, 41-34. They've outscored the Saints here in the second half so far, as we're just over halfway gone in this second half. 19-8 is the differential here in the second half so far. Here's Wilson. Wilson, a junior out of Detroit. Throw it down at the other end for Tamias Williams. My goodness. Williams just so athletic, can impact the game in so many ways, as we've highlighted throughout this season. Lucas Brandon goes in one-on-one with Kolotzis. That's a good idea. He's got those 4 fouls already. That'll be his 5th. Atlas Dong will come in for him, the freshman out of China. Brandon at the free throw line. First one is off. Second one up, and halfway down it pops back out. Here's Wilson driving on Tyler Allen, stops, rises, and scores. Quickly up ahead, Tamias Williams misses short, rebound Olis. Brandon does well to get back defensively there, as driving was Joshua Wilson. Got in his way just enough to cause Wilson to lose it out of bounds. It'll be Warriors basketball. The turnover by Wilson, the team's 10th. Looks like they're checking on a Saints player over in the tunnel across the way. Tough to tell from our vantage point who that is, as Williams goes in, lays it up no, whistle and a foul. That'll be the 4th on Olis. So a moment ago, Kolotzis picks up number 5. Now Olis with 4. Free throw good for Williams. Good on both. He's 4 for 4 at the line tonight. 5 of 11 from the floor. 14 points and 8 rebounds for him. Well on his way to double-double, number 7 on the season. Driving, kicking was Tester, deflected up and out of play. Nice catch over there on the far side by Coach Joe Pacoda. Wilson steps back, knocks it down, working against Tyler Allen. Wilson's had a solid night tonight, as Holder answers on the other end. Wilson 13 points on 6 of 13 shooting. But it's been all Warriors for the most part tonight. Up 66-46. And it's been a good response from this Warriors team after that tough overtime loss back on December 30th, 87-85 was the final. Cleared Cleary 96-77 just a couple days later on January 3rd, and of course handling business here tonight at home. Also had a big win prior to the Defiance game. It was that game at the Pfizer Forum in Milwaukee, 109-84 against William Penn. Williams right down the middle of the floor, draws the contact. And that'll be the 5th on Olis. So he's out, and Kolotzis is out. Tamias Williams to the free throw line. First one's up and off the back. Olis 13 points, 7 rebounds. Second free throw is good for Tamias Williams, but those 5 fouls for him, for Olis. Turning baseline, laying it up and missing it, rolled off for Tester. No look pass into the corner for Tyler Allen, and he stepped back on the corner once again. Saw him do it back in the first half in the other corner. Just has to recognize where he is on the floor. Here's Wilson. He'll fire on Tamias Williams. Rebound comes down to Allen. James Fisher wants to back his way in on Atlas Dong. Leaves it for Tyler Allen for 2. Both teams are in the bonus the rest of the way. 6 and 10 to go in the basketball game. Driving, acrobatic layup and in for Nick Sobush. So smooth on that drive for the freshman. Sobush now right at about his season average per game at 8 points on the night on 4 of 9 shooting. Backing his way in, had it poked loose, did Rainey, but it found its way into the far corner to Joshua Wilson for a 3. Now Sobush wants a 3. Rebound tapped all the way out near midcourt. Warriors control, dropped it off and lay it up and in for Lyndon Holder. (73-50). Atlas Dong keeps it moving, get it back to Wilson. Driving, lay it up, no. Dong tapped the rebound, couldn't control, and it's a 4-on-1 the other way. Lob it to Williams, who throws it down. Timeout on the floor with 4:40 to go, 75-50. Tamias Williams puts the exclamation point on and will step aside on the Rochester Christian Sports Network. taking a look at our stats with 4:40 to go in regulation, it's been all Warriors here tonight. Tamias Williams, 17 points, 10 rebounds, and capped off with the alley-oop throwdown on the assist from Mason Parker. Tyler Allen needs 1 point to get into double figures, and that would put all of the Warriors' 5 starters in double figures tonight if he can do so. James Fisher needs 1 rebound for a double-double to go along with Tamias Williams' double-double. Holder has 15, Turner Jr. has 13. Those are the Warriors in double figures. James Fisher has 16 and those 9 rebounds. Spiraling, laying it up and laying it in goes Rainey. First basket of the night for Rainey. Fisher goes in, lays it up, but believe the whistle came before the shot. It'll go on Tester. Fisher back to the line, 6 of 7 there tonight. First one is up and rattles off on the 1-and-1. Floated down low to Dong, working on Fisher, missed on the layup from point blank. Rainey comes away with it, pulls it out for Sobush. Sobush lofts it this way for Tester. Into the corner it goes, up fake. Pick up the dribble for Trevor Gillis. That's 4 in yellow for the Saints. Shot won't fall for Tester, but he got bumped and fouled. That'll be the 3rd on Allen. Mention needs 1 more to get into double figures, would put all 5 Warriors starters in double figures. He's got 9 plus 5 rebounds and 2 assists as Holder checks out. Correction, just going over to have a quick word with Coach Pleasant. He'll stay on the floor with Turner Jr., Allen, Fisher, and Williams. Two at the line there for the Saints. It's 75-54, 3:29 to go. A reminder, the Warriors will be right back here on Saturday taking on Madonna at 3 Eastern. We'll have the women's competition at 1 o'clock Eastern. Both those games right here on the Rochester Christian Sports Network. Holder now just content with killing some clock. 5 to shoot for the Warriors. Holder gets it back with 3 to shoot. Turner Jr., that's a 3, banks it home. As the shot clock was expiring, just centimeters had to be behind the 3-point line, banks it in. Couple subs getting ready to come in for the Warriors. It's not the usual wholesale change that we're used to seeing in situations like this with 2:35 to go. But a trio of subs will come in at the next whistle. Check that 4 now. Will Asari joins them over there. And they will use a stoppage here to send those substitutions in. So it'll be Asari, Brannon will come in, Cyrus Watkins in, Veer Chowdhury, and Roland Vins. Coach Pleasant not going to stop coaching given the circumstances. 2:15 to go, still letting his guys know where he needs them to set up. 5 to shoot for Lucas Brannon. He takes a spill, and a tie-up possession arrow favors the Warriors, but Not sure it's going to make a difference. Shot clock expired right as the whistle sounded. And that will be the call, shot clock violation, as they got together and talked it over. And keep an eye on Cyrus Watkins. On more than one occasion this year, he's gotten in the game late in a situation just like this, and he's made some plays in the final minutes. He's out there with Vins, Brannon, Asari, and Chowdhury. The 5 on the floor for the Saints, it's Gillis, McCoy, Nieto, Brown, and Dong. Down low, trying to go up with it was Gillis, got rejected. Atlas Dong cleans it up. This way for Brannon. He wants a 3. Got knocked down to the floor. So the foul's going to come away from the shot on Vins. Both teams are in the bonus, so this should be a free throw trip for the Saints. Saw Brannon on his shot attempt got knocked down as he came down from the shot. That wasn't what the whistle was on. Atlas Dong to the free throw line, 78-56. Missed on the free throw, Will Asari the rebound. Chowdhury lost it on the way up, trying to drive through the paint. Atlas Dong off for a 3 to Gillis. He missed. Rochester Christian, 65 seconds to go in the game, will improve to 11-4 on the season, 6-3 in conference play. Came into this week top 5 in the conference standings, will look to improve their standing with the win tonight. 7 to shoot, get it off to Chowdhury for 3, can't bank it through. Meanwhile, the Saints will drop to 4-10 on the year, just 1-8 in conference play. Atlas Dong tries to turn through traffic, lays it up too strong. Lucas Brannon the rebound, shot clock is off, and the Warriors can just jog this one out. And they will do just that. Vins with a quick handshake for Atlas Dong. And that will do it. Warriors will come away with the 78-56 win on their home floor, go to 8-2 at home this season. They've been fantastic over the last couple of years on their home floor, this year being no exception. Some final stats in this one before we sign off. Warriors shoot at 52% from the floor for the game, 19 of 26 at the free throw line, good for 73%. They were led by Tomias Williams, double-double, 17 and 10 rebounds. Darnell Turner Jr., 16 points. Fisher misses on that last rebound he needed for his double-double, 16 and 9, also 2 assists for him. Lyndon Holder, 15, 3 rebounds and 4 assists on 5 of 10 shooting. And on the other side for the Saints, Joshua Wilson, 13 points. Jack Olis fouled out with 13.7 rebounds. Nick Soba, the freshman, 8 points on 4 of 10 shooting. But it was not enough. Here tonight, Warriors pick up win number 11 on the season. And for SID, Andrew Ripke, my name's Stephen McDonald, saying so long from Garth Pleasant Arena, where your final score one final time is the Warriors 78 and the Saints 56. This has been a presentation of the Rochester Christian Sports Network. Good night, everyone.